What up, Pudumalulu? This is boy Pudumalulu, and welcome back to another Pudumalulu video. Today we are going to be doing something that is supposed to be very funny, really, and it's gonna be a fact video. So, I've never really done a fact video on this channel, so I'm going to be doing one based on the Roblox game that had blew up popularly, Doors. So Doors is basically a game where you're in a hotel and you have to go through doors. With each door you go through, there will be more entities through those doors, and each enemy will always have a random mechanic. And I just finished reading the Doors Wikipedia. Speaking of Wikipedias, I had to download the images. It took freaking forever, but we are still gonna do this. Now, hopefully you like the video. Please like and subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so that you can get notified by any videos that I will think when I make. And we're so close to 20 subscribers, so please subscribe right now. You heard nothing. Anyway, let's get into it. So first entity is Rush. Rush is basically a very common entity that most YouTubers and normal players see. Basically, when you see flickering lights and you hear a sound approaching from your right headphone or your left headphone if you're listening in a different angle, if you have headphones that is, then you have to hide in a closet or in a bed. Or alternatively, you can get in a vent and you can still survive. He is fast, but you can definitely survive him because he only kills you in line of sight, I heard. So it will be very easy if you don't just get in here in the closet. You can probably just go in a vent, or you can just use an alternative way, maybe go in a maybe go in a different place or whatever. But with that being said, yeah, that's Rush's mechanic. Up next we have Screech. So Screech is basically an entity that you will only see in dark rooms. If you hear a psst in any direction, then you have to look for it and stare it down. It will be very easy if you know where it's coming from, but if you don't get it, then he will bite you and taking away at least more than 40% or 30% of your health. It's very easy to avoid, but if you don't avoid it, then you're basically screwed with your health. So yeah, if you can get Screech, then well, your entire run will be okay. Next up is Eyes. So Eyes is basically if you see this purple light that you see on screen right now, that means that Eyes is approaching. It also makes a sound like this. I can't really make it that accurate, but if it makes that sound, you better get ready to not look at it. If you look at it, then it will rapidly deal damage to you, and if you die, you die. So a basic note is just don't look at it. Alright. If you go in the next room, like let's say you're in room 20, and then you go in the next room, in room 51, then he will disappear. Not really much to say about this next entity called the Guiding Light. It's basically a light that will guide you when you need, your stuff. If you're getting lost in somewhere, then the guiding light will help you, like where the door is in dark rooms. It's nothing much to say about this other than it just guides you, so yeah, that's that. Next up on the list, we have Hide. Why is this a closet? Well, it's because he actually stays in the closet. He is basically just, when you don't want anyone to stay in your house too long. Basically, if you stay in a closet too long, then Hide will push you out. But before he pushes you out, he gives you some warning, like get out, get out, get out, like that. So if you don't wanna, get kicked out, then get out of the closet and then go in again, because it basically doesn't stop you. So yeah, come on, agree with me, this looks like a demogorgon. Anyways, the next entity is Figure, and he always appears in the 50th room. Alright, Jack also in random chance appears in room 50, but I'm not gonna talk about that yet. Anyway, the figure is blind, fortunately, but it can still hear, so it's in between. And you basically have to find books in the library on room 50, but you also have to find what you call a paper on that one, counter, and basically you can just, easily put it, and then you can get all the books, and then it will be easy for you. Now we have Seek, the next entity in this game. Basically, when the lights flicker, don't go in the closet unless you are in room 30, or usually he will be in room 30. When you lights flicker, then you will hear a sound, which means that the eyes are there, and that indicates that the Seek boss battle is coming. When you see Seek in the cutscene, you basically just have to run away from him. Use the guided light guides to, go under the closet, go through certain paths and this and that. So yeah, you basically just have to run away from him. It's not that hard. Never met this entity, but still funny to talk about. The next entity in this list is Halt. Basically, if the lights flicker, it's basically the same thing as Seek, but it will be Halt's corridor. When you go into Halt's corridor, you will basically just go straight. But if you see a flash on your screen that says turn around, you basically have to turn around. Or alternatively, you can just walk backwards, because apparently that works, and I don't know why. If you fail to turn around or walk backwards, then basically he will just kill you, or not kill you, but he will take damage from you. So make sure you turn around. Alright, I'm pretty sure it's like 2 corridor, so make sure you don't die. Haven't met this entity either, and this guy is called Ambush. Yes, he's very scary, I know. Anyway, he's basically Rush, but he backtracks more than 6 times. Can you believe it? 6 times? You know how many times that is? Basically, you just have to do this tactic. When you go in the closet, let him go through. And then, after you let him go through, get out of the closet and then get back in. You basically have to do the same thing until he gets out. Because, it's not that hard, really. When you look in drawers, he's just a mini jump scare. Don't worry about him. And there's a lot I haven't met, am I right? Anyway, this guy is called Jack. He has a 1/2000 chance of appearing when you want to go in the closet. When you see him, it goes like this. So yeah, make sure you don't see him. This guy appears in multiplayer, and if you are left far behind your team, then basically he'll just make you turn around, and it'll go like Gah! And then it'll make you go to your friends. Nothing much to talk about, really. He appears in the lobby, while this guy, I don't know.